Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today is Saturday, which means it's a new reading vlog. This vlog will probably be a shorter one because I won't have much filming to do. It's already late in the afternoon on Saturday, which means that I don't have much of the day left and I haven't started filming yet, but I'll try my best. Yesterday I wanted to start filming this vlog, but I was just so exhausted from my week that I just went straight to bed. We watched episode 4 of Star Wars yesterday as a family with my 5-year-old son and my husband, and it's the first time I watched it myself. I never watched a Star Wars movie before that. Don't come for me in the comments. But yeah, that was my first experience and my son's first experience as well. My husband bought my son some Star Wars clothing, so we wanted him to get to know what it was about. So yeah, we watched it yesterday and it was a very fun experience. I don't think I'm gonna say it's my favorite series. I'm not a full outer space fan. I was very scared of outer space when I was a young kid, and I have to admit I still am. But yeah, it was fun, and my son fell asleep 15 minutes before the ending and I just went to bed after that. So here we are, and this morning my parents came to help me out, but I have like this big lilac tree that needed a little bit of love, and I had to cut like a lot of tree branches because they were getting in the way of my stairs and the door, and a lot of branches were dying, so we had to cut it. And I had a lot of tree branches that were coming from the earth, like from everywhere, so we had to get that under control. So my dad helped me with that. And then we also had to do the same thing with my backyard because I have this beautiful vine that grows so quickly, and I cut like 75% of it last year and it was still growing so fast this year. So we had to trim that a bit as well. And then we went to a trip to the eco center of my city so we can put all of the branches and my used soil and stuff like that over there, and came back, we ate, and that's about all I did today. But yeah, I was way too busy to actually pick my phone and film all of that, but it had to be done. Happy it's all over for now until spring. And now my plan is to read this afternoon and try to edit a bit. I will be uploading July and August wrap up as well. I am still reading The Bones of Ruin by Sarah Raleigh, which I started in the last vlog if you want to check it out. I am enjoying this book. I find it a little bit plot convenient at some times, especially in the beginning of the book. I really love the tournament aspect of this, and I really love the characters. I think they're really mysterious, intriguing, and very interesting. I don't like the love triangle though, but other than the love triangle, I really appreciate the characters quite a bit. I don't think it's the best written book there is. I feel that at some times the writing is a little bit counterproductive because at some point they making the tournament being this full high stake event. At the same time, there's this other characters that is just basically saying that the tournament is just irrelevant because there's so much bigger things going on and it will become irrelevant pretty soon. So I feel like it's counterproductive and it's not helping out connect with the story in some way. But other than that, I am still enjoying the read. I only have about 150 pages left, so I definitely will be finishing this one this weekend. Hopefully I can finish it tonight so I can get my review up tomorrow. I will also be finishing Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune, which is also a NetGalley arc that I need to review. I only have 200 pages left, and this book reads just so fast, and it's a really an amazing book. I love it so much, so I'm not even worried about that. I will be finishing that one this weekend as well. And finally, I also need to start reading this big book. It's only 400 pages, but the writing is just so small and dense, and I know that it's not an easy read. It's a good thing I'm very familiar with the Lord of the Rings universe, but still I know it's going to take me some time to read it, and the live show read along is on the 17th, so I'm probably not going to be able to finish it on time, but I still want to get to it quickly. So yeah, that's it for right now. If I do have time, I might pick up either The Last Magician so I can finally finish it, or I also might pick up this Savage Song so I can get to Our Dark Duet, which is the second book of this series, and I need to read it for, well, I need to read Our Dark Duet for the September Buzzwordathon, and I haven't read the first one yet, so I might pick this one up. I don't know. We'll see. I like to mood read, so we'll see what I'm in the mood for. And then tomorrow I'm going to the mall, so I won't be doing much reading in my house. I really need some new shoes. My son needs some fall boots and a coat for fall as well. And because in Quebec, Canada, we need coats for fall, for spring and winter, obviously, and they're not the same coats, so it's quite expensive. But yeah, so we have to go for that and some other things that we need. I might bring you along depending how I'm feeling, but that's the plan for this weekend. I also have some planning to do for my week at school, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you in another update.
And all I want to do is find a place where it will be so dark I can't see. I'll let the music guide me. I see through silence and follow it to some reality. At night I feel alive, and all the flashing colors fill inside my mind. I breathe and close my eyes. The music animates me till I'm out of time. A paradise never turned to black and white. Let's make time tomorrow for doing nothing. I'm just gonna say goodbye to yesterday and all the days of light illuminate the neon shades alleviate the grace. At night I feel alive, and all the flashing colors fill inside my mind. I breathe and close my eyes. The music animates me till I'm out of time. A paradise never turns to black and white. Let's make time to tomorrow. I thought I'd feel alive, and all the flashing colors fill inside my mind. I breathe and close my eyes. The music animates me till I'm out of time. A paradise, and I feel alive. And all the flashing colors fill inside my mind. I breathe and close my eyes. The music animates me till I'm out of time. A paradise never turns to black and white.
Hey everyone, so I didn't update much this weekend as I thought I would. So today I spent most of my time at the mall, and then when I came back home, I did a lot of reading so I could finish The Bones of Ruin finally. But yeah, before I get to my reading, I still wanted to show you what I got. This is not book related at all, so if you're not interested, you can just skip ahead. It's fine, I don't mind. But yeah, I still wanted to share with you what I got. So I really needed some new clothing because I don't have much for myself anymore. I usually think about my son first and then think of myself last. But right now, I don't have much to wear at school, so I really needed this. So here we go. So the first thing I got myself was some new shoes, indoor shoes, because I don't have any more. So these are the I got. They're little ballerina type of shoes, and I'm quite happy with that because I found them at 50% off, which is always fun to find. And then I got myself some pants because I don't know what happened, but I don't have any more pants to wear. So I got myself a pair of jeans and then some black pants. I also got myself these very soft legging type of pants, which seem very comfortable. And I'm very, very picky with the textures of my clothing, but this fabric is really soft. So I decided to try these. Then I got a little long knitted shirt, as long as this knitted vest. I love everything that's knitted. I have a lot of pieces that I wear during the winter that I bought myself last year, but I didn't have much for the winter time or fall time, and these are really perfect for that. And the last thing I got myself was 3 t-shirts. So the first one has a tree on it and it says, "Love the earth, stay grounded." And I believe it's made with organic cotton. So always love these. Then the other one I got is a green plain t-shirt, but has a little picture on the pocket that says cat kiss, a cactus cat type of drawing, which I found really cute. And the last one, which is one of my favorite because as most of you know, I am a music teacher, but I'm also an art teacher. When I found this, I could not leave it there. And I bought myself a Van Gogh t-shirt. So yeah, that's what I bought myself. And then I obviously bought some things for my son because he really needed pants as well. So we've bought that for him, and we've bought some fall shoes as well. Finally, with the reading update, I finished The Bones of Ruin. I did enjoy it pretty much for what it was. I do understand what the author was trying to do with it, and I really loved the idea of the book itself, but I'm not quite sure how I feel about the execution of the idea, if that makes any sense. I really stand by with what I said earlier. So I do feel that at some point, especially in the beginning, that the writing was a little bit plot convenient. And I did feel that it was a little counterproductive because the author was trying to set up something, and then a chapter later, it would invalidate what she was trying to set up earlier. Some things didn't quite fit well, in my opinion. But overall, I still really enjoyed myself. I really, really loved the characters in this book. So if you're a character driven type of person, I think this book could be for you. And I'm still very interested in getting to the second book of this series. But overall, I rated this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's all I've read. I did read a couple of chapters of Under the Whispering Door, but I don't think I have any much more to say about that book yet. I'm still really enjoying it. I love TJ Klune's writing so much, and it does remind me a lot of The House in the Cerulean Sea. It's not the same premise and it doesn't talk about the same subjects, but it does have the same vibes and feelings when you're reading it. So far, I'm really, really loving it. So, yeah, those are my reading updates. I did not get to The Lord of the Rings yet. I might try tomorrow. I know that I'm going to have a little bit of spare time at the end of my day because I have to stay at school because of the parents' conference, and I don't want to waste my time in traffic because I don't live close by to the school I'm working at. So I'm going to just save some time and be a little bit more productive during that time and stay at school and work there. I'm going to work on school stuff, but I might also try to get some reading done. So I'll probably update you tomorrow and see how I get some more updates for you. I also managed to get a couple of live sprints that helped me through finishing The Bones of Ruin and getting me to write my review online. You can go check it out on my Goodreads. And I also had the time to upload the July and August wrap up. So if you haven't watched them yet, you can go and check those ones out. So yeah, that's all I have for you right now, and I will update you in the next clip. Hi everyone, I just wanted to do my last update for this vlog. As you've probably guessed, we're already Friday, which means I need to start the new weekend reading vlog, but I need to close this one first. I did do some reading throughout the week, not as much as I wanted to, and I was pretty tired. To get back into teaching is very exhausting for me. So I'm very tired in the beginning of the year, mostly for September, but I'm going to get back up. But I still managed to do some reading, so I'm really happy with that. I did not have time to, I did read, but I did not have the energy to just film a clip when it was late in the evening. So here I am for that one. I did not have time to finish Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I'm halfway through already, and I'm still really, really loving this book. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish it tonight. So if you want to check out my final thoughts on the book, I suggest you go and check out my next reading vlog. Yeah, overall, I really love this book. I adored The House in the Cerulean Sea. I keep comparing that book to Under the Whispering Door because it's very similar in the tone, in the writing style, and the vibe and the ambience of the book. It doesn't have the same commentaries, and the topics and themes are pretty different than those in The House of the Cerulean Sea. But if you did like The House in the Cerulean Sea, I strongly recommend you pick up Under the Whispering Door because it's just amazing, as I expected this book to be. And it's really the same type of book and the same tone and writing style that I really, really love. Again, I'm only 50% through, so we'll see how it turns out the second half of this book, but I'm not worried for a second. I know that I'm going to enjoy it till the end. I also started a new book, The Fellowship of the Ring, which is book number 1 from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So I started this one. I'm about, I think it's 41 pages through. It doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it's a lot considering the writing is very small and dense. It took me twice as much time to read one page compared to my regular reading speed. So it normally takes me around 2 minutes to read one page. But in this book, it took like twice as much. So it's a 400 pages book. But if you compare to a regular edited, it's probably closer to between 600 and 800 pages. So I don't feel like I'm reading very fast, but I didn't know that before going into it. And I already knew that it was not an easy book to read, so that doesn't help either. The language in this is not casual. It's very, I don't know how to say that in English. In French, I would say soutenu. But yeah, I'll try and find the translation and write it below. It's not something that's easy to read, and I knew that very well going into it. If you are new to fantasy, I do not recommend you start with this book. It's very slow. I didn't feel like it was that slow. I don't know if it's because I knew it was going to be slow before going into it and I was expecting it, but so far it wasn't that slow to my taste. I just read the prologue and chapter 1, which covers pretty much up until Bilbo just leaves the Shire. So it's the very beginning of the movie. And the prologue, I thought it was very interesting and I really, really enjoyed it. And it mostly talks about hobbits and how they came to be on this land and how they were then compared to now, and major events that happened throughout history and how it came to be where it is today in this book, which I did not know most of the things that were written there. I really appreciated that it was included in there. And it also talked about the big family names, which includes Baggins and Tukes and other names that we hear in the movie. So I really enjoyed reading about those family names, where those started and where they are now. So there's a lot going into the prologue of this book, and I haven't read The Hobbit yet, so I was pretty happy. I think it talks a little bit about that history in The Hobbit, but it made a small summary in there, which I really enjoyed and appreciated. I will be reading The Hobbit eventually, but for now, I'm starting with this one. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. And the live show is tonight, so I will be watching the live show. Even if I haven't finished the book, I'm not going to be spoiled because I have seen the movies many, many times. Hopefully, I can finish this one soon or during the month of September. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. You can comment a ring emoji if you want to and let me know you've made it this far, and I will see you in another one.